Are you curious what really happens when you become a mom? I wish I had known all these things that I'm about to share with you before my baby girl Amelia was born, which was now nearly 11 weeks ago. I'll be sharing with you my 8 juicy things all about the baby, and some of them are really not often talked about. So grab a drink, grab a snack, and let's hop right into it. When I was pregnant, I heard that once my baby is here, I'll experience loads of hormonal changes, but it turned out to be just like a sudden hormonal roller coaster. That's the best way I can describe it. Every day just feels like I can experience joy and anger or happiness and frustration all at the same time. Don't even know how that's possible, but it just feels so different. So one minute everything feels so good and you're happy, and then another second you just feel so angry and all these emotions just coming from somewhere. So I just wanted to let you know that you need to be prepared for that, and that is completely normal, and maybe just warn your partner too. My next one is track naps and wake windows for your baby. Before Amelia was born, I didn't look too much into wake windows or baby sleep in general, because I knew that they don't go into like a normal routine at least before they turn 6 months old. So I just thought I have plenty of time to really look into that. But very soon after she was born, I think after the first maybe 2 weeks or so, I realized that if she stays awake for longer than she should, she would get really irritable and then she would cry quite a lot. So I just started noticing this kind of pattern. So then this is when I decided to start looking into those wake windows and maybe try tracking them. Once I did it, it was just a game changer, because I started noticing when I need to put Amelia to sleep to avoid all this irritation, to avoid all this constant cry. So it really helped me out. So I would really recommend finding a nap that you can track your baby's sleep time as well as sleep and feed times, so you can actually avoid all this tiredness. It really won't be the same every single day, because as you know, newborns are really unexpected, but it will really help you manage this a bit better, and it's good to be mindful of it. Another thing I wish I knew before I got pregnant was that once the baby is here, you will really need to find your new identity as a person. It is completely normal to feel confused and lost and just not don't even recognize yourself. But once the time goes by, you'll really start to get to know your new self, and I'm sure you're gonna fall in love. You'll start noticing things, even your hobbies might change, or like the way you react to different things gonna change, because you're gonna start thinking of things that maybe you've never thought of before. Just think about it. You're gaining all this responsibility of having a newborn that you actually have to keep alive and then grow as a very nice person. So all those things just start really getting into your head, and it just really changes you. So yeah, so just embrace this journey and enjoy it. I'm sure I'll do a very good job. My next thing, I actually had gone through this myself personally, and I wish that I hadn't reacted in the way that I did. Let me explain. In the first month and a half I was having a newborn, I straight away had a wonderful bond with my baby girl. I know it doesn't happen all the time, and that's okay, but this is what happened to me. But then by having those wonderful moments with my girl, I anticipated and I assumed that that's exactly the same what's going to happen to my baby's dad, and he's going to have exactly the same emotions. He's going to know what to do, he's going to know how to react. But that did not happen. Of course, he loves her more than anything, but it did not come naturally to him straight away how to occupy her, how to play with her, what to do, how to interact, or how to bond with her. I remember I used to get upset with him when he didn't have exactly the same bond as I had. Just start thinking that maybe he doesn't love her as much, which is completely not right. Of course, I was, and I am still, very hormonal. And I think I have a more clear picture at the moment, but I still catch myself sometimes thinking in that way, which is so wrong. It really takes time to bond with a baby, especially for dad. So just let it be, just enjoy the moment, and it's just kind of take that journey as you go. You're both different, you're both gonna take it in a different way, but just allow some time to make this bond very special between you all. The next thing is for those moms that want and are able to breastfeed. I am a breastfeeding mom, and I just want to say that a breast milk is just a pure gold. I remember being in the hospital and noticing a little scratch on Amelia's face. I think she might have just done that with her nails. And then the midwife came and she said to me, "Oh, just try the breast milk." And my first reaction was like, what do you mean try the breast milk? Like, what should I try that for? And she said, use that as a natural remedy to help her to reduce that scratch, or to help it heal. And I thought, she's just crazy. But then it's just breast milk, it's all natural. I thought I'll just give it a go, and you're not gonna believe me. Like literally the next day it was all God. So since that moment, since I got home, I just really use that for anything, for any skin irritation, for any rashes, for anything like that. Breast milk really helps to reduce all those things and just clears my baby's skin. Of course, if you're not sure, just speak to your doctor. This is just something that I do. I'm not a midwife, I'm not a pediatrician, but that works wonders for me. The next thing, take one day at a time, because every single day is different, and that is okay. Some days are very great. Your baby's gonna be happy. You're gonna have the most amazing time together. No cry, no fussiness. But some other days can be completely opposite, and you'll just have to hold your baby in your arms all day long just to really help them to calm down. So yeah, it's just honestly focus on the good moments, but also embrace those bad ones. If you're having a bad day, this day is gonna pass and then the next one will come. It doesn't mean that the next day is gonna be better. It can be a bit worse, but it can get better as well. But just take one day at a time and just deal with it as it goes. Try not to overwhelm yourself by thinking that now all these days are going to be exactly the same. It is just going to be a very difficult time. What I found for myself, it really helped, was just focusing on that one day, surviving it if it's not the best day, and then waking up with a clear, fresh mind again for the next day and just having a different attitude. Because I think it all depends on what you think in your head and how you take those challenges that you might need to deal with during the day. Remember, your baby is growing, but also you are growing as a mom. So the more time passes, the more you're going to get to know each other, and then that's going to help you to really find the ways to tackle those situations. Oh, this next one, I did not expect that. So during pregnancy, I was one of those lucky people that I didn't get loads of sickness. So that meant that I constantly wanted to eat, that I was able to eat quite a lot. But I thought once I give birth, that's gonna pass. I wish it had passed. Postpartum hunger is a real thing. I can only speak for all the breastfeeding moms because I'm one of them. I'm not sure how it is when you formula feed. I feel hungry pretty much 24/7. Doesn't matter how much I eat, I just constantly feel hungry. I really didn't think that I can eat as much as I did, especially in the first month postpartum. Oh, did I forget to mention that that also includes nights? I actually had to buy a little box of snacks just to have it by my bedside table, so that when I wake up every 2 to 3 hours to feed my baby, I actually could snack on something, because I just honestly felt so hungry that I just could not fall asleep. So that would be probably a tip for you, that you most likely will experience the same thing. So just grab some snacks and just prepare yourself for that. I would suggest just getting some healthier snacks that first of all can keep you fuller, but also you just eat some healthy foods, which is good for your baby. So yeah, so just prepare yourself, get some healthy snacks and just have them somewhere close to your bed so you can just grab them as you need them. I really wish that I'd known my next thing before having my baby girl, so I could have been more mentally prepared. So during pregnancy, I actually never had any stretch marks on any part of my body. Even when I was 39 weeks and 4 days, that was the day when I gave birth, I still didn't have any stretch marks, and I just thought that I managed to escape that. But then once the baby was born, I think I just got home the next day from the hospital, and I noticed that I started getting quite a few stretch marks on my stomach, and I was actually quite shocked. I don't know why I didn't know about this, maybe again because I didn't look into this too much, but also like none of my friends got the stretch marks after they gave birth. So I just didn't have people around me that experienced that, so I didn't even think that that can be a thing. I do have quite a few stretch marks on my stomach that appeared after I gave birth. So I just wanted to let you know that this can happen, so just be prepared. Of course, stretch marks is nothing. It's everyone's personal opinion on them. I personally wish that I hadn't got them, but it doesn't affect me mentally as much as it could probably, but I do feel conscious about them. You can try using those moisturizing creams before and after your baby is born, so this might help you to avoid them, but again, I'm sure that there are no guarantees. So yeah, just don't be shocked, and it's okay if you do get them. So there you have it, mums. These are all the things that I wish I knew before having a baby, and I really hope that these things will help you prepare whether you are still pregnant or you just had your baby. If you had experienced any other things that you want to share with me, please leave them in the comments below, and I would love to read them. I just love sharing our own personal stories with other moms and just really making a community. If you like this type of content and you would like to see more videos for new and expecting moms, please subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!